Good evening, everybody. Sorry, I'm not on the camera yet. Of course, I had to blow my nose right before we went on live. So let me fix my chair. And if I sounded like I just went down to the floor there, I did. And welcome in, everybody. I feel like there's a light not on this one. Vincent left, and he shouldn't have left me by myself to do my live. There we go. Now it's brighter. Oh, look, and my partner's here. Hey, Mia, welcome in. Go get in your spot. Sorry about that. We're running a little late this evening. There she goes. Oh, I guess she's just going to come stand by me. Okay. Oh. She's leaving. Okay. I didn't know if she was going to stay or not. I left the door open. Oh, there she goes. I'm going to give her one more minute. Get up there. Or you're going to have to go. You're too loud. on like that sheep. I should put that on there. That would be funny, actually. That would be funny, Ozzy, if I did. I should make a joke out of it. I should get some t-shirts made. I've been really wanting to get like different t-shirts made. I need to get a cricket or whatever those things are called. Cricket? Circuit? Cricket? I don't know what they're called, but whatever they're called, I need to get one or a press. I want the press kind because that would probably be easier than me having to like buy all the tools for the cricket. Just get one of those pressers things. But I need one because there's in every case that there's always hold on one second. Let me shut this door. All right, let me actually just what? I'm just going to mute the TV. I can hear the TV out there and it's too loud. It's confusing me. I'm listening and I'm talking at the same time. Oh my gosh, truth shall set you free. She said, are you recovering from heart surgery? Oh, well, I'm glad that you made the live. Oh my Lord. I was just talking to Jan the other day about hearts yesterday. And I said, I can't do it. I said, I don't know anything about the heart. That's the one. Well, there was more organs that didn't get hurt, but I even collapsed my lung during my car accident. So I know a lot about that kind of stuff. But the one thing that I didn't hurt, thank the Lord above, was my heart. So I'm going to have so many questions when I get older. So I'll be asking you guys for the scoop. So welcome in, everybody. If you guys don't mind just clicking the like button, it does help the channel grow and it helps people see the video more. It gets us into the algorithm. It's a beautiful thing. And as a creator, we love that. So we have 51 people in. That's good. We haven't talked Idaho in a few days, it seems like. So we're going to go back to Idaho tonight. Let me actually see when the last time was. Wow. It's saying something went wrong. I don't know if you guys caught before we get into the live. This is because it kind of goes neck and neck with Idaho. I don't know if you guys saw Banfield last night, but if you didn't catch my short video, she was wearing orange. And I kid you not. Oh, thank you, Ozzy, for gifting memberships. She has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. And Wiz Teresa got one. Debran Liberita. Oh, I don't know if I can say that right. Liberita. I like that name. And Jeannie. Oh, that's so nice. Or Jenny. I always call her Jeannie. Jenny. She's like, it's Jenny, guys. It's Jenny. Thank you so much for doing that, for gifting the memberships. That's so nice. Every time that comes up, I always want to click that allow gifts button, because if you guys haven't already clicked it before to allow you to have gifts, it'll come up and it'll say, do you want to allow gifts? And I always want to click yes, but I'm like, I don't know if it'll give me a membership on my own channel, but that would be cool. That would be really cool. Oh, Reba, did you get my email? I emailed you back. Oh my gosh, that was such cool pictures that you sent me. Thank you. Hey, Shell, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. So tonight we're going to go over some Idaho. There is a little bit of stuff that's out that's new, and then there's a little bit of stuff that's out there that's kind of misinformation. And I just wanted to get my information out there to you guys. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started with the live. If you guys want to join the channel membership, if you haven't got gifted one yet, I have the link in the chat for you guys. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started with tonight's live. I have a lot of tabs up, which I do every night, but tonight I got a lot. So if anyone has any questions over the Idaho 4 case or anything like that, like if you have a question, maybe you don't want to ask in another chat because you're like, I might sound stupid. You can ask it in this chat. We will not make fun of any questions or any comments, you know what I mean? Unless they're just against, unless you're victim shaming or something, you know what I mean? But if you have any questions, just let us know and we'll answer them for you. Because I always feel like sometimes in a case, or even if it's a big high profile case, there's some information that comes out and you're just like, was that true or was that not true? And, maybe we can help. Maybe you can help me with some. Hey, Cupcake, I like that name. That is so cute. That is so cute. That's a cute name. I have to actually bring this up for you guys. We can do it. So I already went over that. So yeah, tonight I just want to go over a couple things that's been going around from the Misinformation Station. And I just wanted to clear up, a couple things up. Also, there are new updates, a couple new updates out of Idaho, not anything. I mean, there's some pretty good updates, actually. So when I say they're not groundbreaking, they actually kind of are. Oh, holla girl. Thank you. She said, hey, Tanya, I absolutely love your channel. Oh, thank you. Are you from West Virginia? West Virginia, holla girl? That's close. That's close to me. So we'll go over the updates first, and then we'll go over some of the information that we have out there. So we have some new documents that come out. Nothing big, but they are having a meeting tomorrow, an in-camera review. So there's one document that came out, and it was just it's just a Zoom for the Zoom conference. So it's just the redacted information that we see every time they have a different status hearing or a different hearing on Bryan Kohberger. So this one in particular is going to be tomorrow morning. They just came out with this over the last couple of hours that I saw it. And Brian Eaton said that he will be there live tweeting. I guess they're going to allow it. I didn't know from this note. It didn't really tell me, but he said he'll be there live tweeting because he's at the house. So it says the court orders the following: a status conference regarding the in-camera review of the IGG information will be conducted by Zoom on November 2nd, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. The parties and counsel will appear by Zoom. So I don't even know who's going to be there. I mean, I guess nobody. They're just going to have the gallery open. I don't know. Courtroom number 3 of the Latah County Courthouse will be open to the public for those who would like to sit and listen to the scheduling conference. I guess you can just listen in. They'll have that big TV. I'm assuming they'll have the lawyers and the family or whoever wants to be on the call on the big, that big TV they bring in. And then they'll have the judge at his spot. And then I guess you just sit in the gallery with no prosecution, no defense. Oh yeah, I wanted to see you guys' comments. You guys were talking about when you guys started watching this. Yeah. Hey, Holly, how long is everyone? Yeah, you're the one who asked. I like that. That's a good question. That was a good question. Jan said almost since day one. Yeah. I think we did our first live on the 20th or the 18th or something like that. 18th or 20th of November. I remember the day that Idaho happened, there was actually another college massacre that day, but nobody talked about it. And it was in, and forgive me, I don't remember. I'm thinking, I want to say Indiana, but I don't think that's right because Jan would have heard that. It wasn't Indiana. wasn't Indiana. It was like Georgia or something. I can't remember. That's so sad. But it was one guy, he had a gun and he shot 3 other students, and I think he killed them all. And it was the same day as Idaho. And Idaho just took off, and this case didn't. But I think it's because this case, they already had the suspect, they already had who did it. And it was kind of like a fast process, more fast than this. This was more like who could have done it. This was out in the open during the day. So there's a lot of differences, but same day though, massacre on a college campus. So yes, justice for Ethan, Xana, Kaylee, and Maddie. We're just going through to see. See what you guys were saying. Okay, awesome. Well, you guys have been watching it for a while. I think you guys have been. I've been covering it for a while. It's been a year almost. So what is today? Is it today the first? Man, it's the first all day. I thought it was the second already. So yeah, oh my gosh, in a couple weeks it'll be a year since we've been covering this. We'll have to do like a 1-year tribute or something like that. So they are going to have a conference tomorrow over this, and then the next thing I wanted to show you, I was going to go through Bryan Enton's twin. Maybe I'll go over that next. Yeah, I'll go over that next. We'll go over this first. So there's a couple bigger things that's come out in the Idaho 4 case. One of them being, a lot of people are saying that it's kind of a victory for the defense, and it could be. I'm curious just to know now that they've won the kind of this little battle that they've been going after. So Idaho judge gives Bryan Kohberger win over genetic genealogy battle. So the judge to review DNA evidence prosecutors want to withhold from Bryan Kohberger's defense. So what they've been kind of fighting on getting this whole time is that IgG information, how they did the genetic genealogy to get to Bryan Kohberger. They want to know that whole process. And the prosecution said, the FBI has it. And once the sample is like taken out of the system, it's hard. I don't know. You can't like get your notes back, but the judge he's kind of saying, well, you need to show your work somewhat, like somehow, and I think that's what they're going to go for. So we'll see. But I'll read this to you guys. And that's just, I thought that video was something, but it's not. It's just him in court. An Idaho judge gave quadruple murder suspect Bryan Kohberger's defense a minor victory last week after denying their efforts to dismiss the indictment against him for the stabbing deaths of 4 university students last year. Kohberger is accused of killing Madison Mogen, Kaylee Gonzalez, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin in a 4 a.m. ambush in an off-campus rental home, is seeking specific details about how law enforcement used investigative genetic genealogy to thumb him as a suspect after he allegedly left a K-bar knife sheath with his DNA on it under Mogen's body. In a 32-page order, Judge John Judge granted a request for an in-camera review of the IgG evidence. He will look at all of the IgG evidence in the possession of the Latah County Prosecutor's Office and the FBI and determine what should be shared with the defense, what should be kept secret, and what should be redacted from the public. So that right there, when I read that, that tells me right there that the defense doesn't always get 100% of the discovery. If you're thinking about it, you have 50 officers on a case. Think if you were just one officer out of 50 and you had to take notes for a quadruple homicide, what your notebook would look like. And then times that by like 50, I just think that they wouldn't get every single piece of discovery. And I think that's why the prosecution's kind of fighting them on it too. But that's just me. Oh yeah, what is it? Oh, Doodlebug, I must not have saw it today. I'll look through my emails. Yeah. Is it? Oh, no, you reminded me. Shoot, I'm going to ask Vincent. What you have to do for the iPad is go through the Safari app, and you'll go to YouTube, and then you'll go to my page, like my YouTube page from the Safari app instead of the YouTube app. And then it should have the join button located on there. He went to Columbus, dang it. Hopefully he's hearing me right now. I'm so sorry, Doodlebug. I think that's how you do it. Because you're on an iPad. Yeah. Because I'm on an iPad right now, and if I go, yeah, that's how you do it. Because I don't have that option either, Doodlebug. That's weird. You guys know how I have to do it? I have to go all the way through to like, to my page. I can't even go through StreamYard. I can't go through the studio. I can't go through an iPad. Yes, Jan, she told me. Oh man, and I meant to ask Vincent. I wrote your name down too. And I probably looked at the next day like Doodlebug, Doodlebug, Doodlebug. So let me know if that works. And if it doesn't, then we will figure it out. It says, I have a huge issue with this Edwinina L. Cox, a Boise-based defense attorney who previously represented Coltmont murder, Lori Vallow. So, oh man. As a former prosecutor, I am of position that the prosecution's file should be absolutely open. In other words, none of the prosecution evidence should be withheld, she said. Anything should be fair game for the defense, she added. Maybe it's useful, maybe it's not, but it shouldn't be for the judge to decide. I guess that could be a point. Prosecutors have argued that they shouldn't have to turn over the IgG evidence because they didn't use it to obtain any warrants. And they allegedly confirmed a direct DNA match between Kohberger and the knife sheath DNA with a cheek swab according to court documents. The state's argument that the IgG investigation is wholly irrelevant since it was not used in obtaining any warrants and will not be used at trial is well supported, judge wrote. Nonetheless, Kohberger is entitled to view at least some of the IgG information in preparing his defense, even if it may ultimately be found to be irrelevant. I agree with that. If I was Bryan or the defense, I would want to know. That's probably the biggest piece of evidence they have, other than cast like phone pings or something. So they want to attack the evidence because we said before Ann even did it, we were like, she's going to attack the investigation, and that's when she went after the officers. And then we're like, she's going to attack the DNA. That's the only other thing that I could think of that she could go after. So I think that she's, just trying to do her job. But I would want to know how they got to that conclusion. You know what I mean? I would be like, okay, guys, how did you guys get to that? Because I would want to know. I personally would. Why does it work for me? I don't know, Doodlebug. I think it's because it's an iPad. I think it's because it's an Apple product. Apple products should work all the time. I think they're just like, I don't know, it's so weird. And as a creator, we can't gift memberships. Like, I'm free. Like, I can't just give out free memberships, which I'm like, why not? I would like to do that. It says genealogy is the second most popular hobby in the United States, according to court documents. Wow. Behind gardening. Gardening is the number one, the most popular hobby in the United States. I would have never guessed. I don't think I would have guessed that. Fox News Digital could not find, I would have thought YouTube. Just kidding. Fox News Digital could not find any polling or studies to support the claim, but it's been reiterated in popular culture and the media since at least 2012, when ABC News referenced it in a report when Ancestry.com sold for $1.6 billion, and both genealogy and the use of investigative genetic genealogy have increased notably over the past decade. The field is also the second most searched topic online behind pornography, according to the New Yorker. Guess that's not gardening too. But through a quote from 2019 column written by University of Utah law professor Tanelli Brown, the hobby has been co-opted by law enforcement to solve cold cases by linking crime scene DNA with the DNA of a suspect's relative, which is contained in a direct-to-consumer genetic database. Brown told Fox News Digital Monday that he believes it's unlikely that the court will find anything involving IgG will have violated Kohberger's Fourth Amendment rights, but that because the field is relatively new, the defense may want to understand how that's the case. Think of it like an interview with a neighbor, she said. They're getting caught up on the fact that it seems science fiction because it's the DNA that was used as circumstantial evidence, but it's not actually that different from just other ways that we figure out who committed a crime. Police typically would not have to hand over their note from every interview with a neighbor, she said. Well, there you go. And prosecutors likely don't want to become the president by which submitting the defense's request for IGG. Authorities also don't want to divulge the identities of unknown relatives. If it's like his second cousin, third cousin, I would be like, leave me alone. I don't even know that dude. Like if someone showed up in my house, I would be like, what? Because they give you that option to opt in or not opt in too. So, but defense attorneys should have a right to review even routine evidence, according to Elcox, who said they should try to see for themselves whatever the judge reviews as well. I have personally had a case involving cell phone forensic evidence where the prosecutor fought me every step of the way on giving me full access to the cell phone data, she told Fox News Digital. The judge conducted an in-camera review. I still insisted on looking at it myself, probably to the annoyance of everyone involved. I finally got to go to the police station and look at the cell phone data with a detective standing by. I found something that everyone missed. Case dismissed. Both the prosecution and the defense are bound by a gag order on the case. The IGG information is all publicly available through the genealogy database that collect it so hobbyists can trace their own roots. However, even the court hasn't been informed about the IGG specifics. Okay, prompting judge. I'm not even going to try that. Prompting judge to order the review. I feel like I'm sleepy today. Oh, and I think this is the document. Yeah. This is longer than I thought. Although the police did not use the FBI's IGG research to obtain any warrants in the case, according to court filings, investigators used it to gin up leads. Through the IGG process, the FBI constructed a family tree of individuals whose DNA matched with the DNA found on the knife sheath, the judge wrote. The FBI then sent local law enforcement a tip to investigate defendant Bryan Kohberger. In that investigation, police in Pennsylvania took trash from the curb outside Kohberger's parents' house in Pennsylvania Pocono Mountains. There, they allegedly found a familial match between his father's DNA and the knife sheath sample. Police arrested Kohberger there on December 30th, 2022. All four victims were undergrad students at the University of Idaho. Kohberger, who attended the neighboring Washington State University in pursuit of a PhD in criminology, drove a white Hyundai Elantra, the same type of car investigators identified as the suspect vehicle, and allegedly turned his phone off before heading to and from the crime scene, according to the affidavit. Police citing phone records also allege that he stalked the victim's home on a dozen occasions before the murders and drove by once more hours after. Kohberger is being held without bail on 4 charges of first-degree murder and a felony burglary count. Judge entered not guilty pleas on his behalf at his arraignment in May. He could face the death penalty if convicted. And I think they're actually getting ready to, aren't they getting ready to, the guy that was on death row for 40 years in Idaho, I think they're getting ready to execute him. Like, he's probably been waiting. Can you imagine if you're on death row and it's been 40 years? I'd be like, get over it. I mean, get it over with already. Really, I would. I mean, by yourself 23 hours a day, I would be torture. That would be torture. So Banfield did come out and do a video over this last night about the IGG information. Is this the right one? Hold on. Okay, yeah, it is. It's just the same picture on both of them. That's why I was wondering. So I'll play this for you guys. And for some, it's really weird in this episode last night. Did anyone watch Banfield last night? Hey, Aries. So last night on Banfield, this guy comes on her panel, and it's this guy that we're going to watch right here. And he comes on her panel, and she's wearing like this. So like she's wearing her beige, off-white blouse like she normally does. And I'm watching this, and then this guy comes on, and he's going to come on, and he has a tie on. Has like pumpkins or something on it. And he says something to her at the end. And I had the volume down at the time, but I saw him like put his tie up and then like look at her like, and I think she said something like she just didn't have anything on for like Halloween. So the next segment comes like at the end of News Nation. It's like 10 minutes until it's over. And I look up and she's wearing a bright orange short sleeve shirt. I was like, what? I was like, we just get an early Christmas present from Banfield. So it's just really funny that she switched it at the end like that. Very funny. So I wonder what she said, because I didn't get to see the end of this one to see what she said to that guy. I I literally had it to like the last second and then I just paused it. So we'll play this. Thank you guys all for being here tonight. I appreciate it. If you guys don't mind just smashing that like button, if you do appreciate the content. If you do appreciate the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 13,000 subscribers /Titans. I'm beyond grateful and excited about that. So thank you.
Right. So there was a little bit of other news as well when it came to this case today, and I want to tell you about that. It's a little bit convoluted, so I'm going to try and make it as simple as possible. The judge did what some people think was give a gift to the defense, because the judge has said, regarding all that DNA technique that the prosecution's been using, I get it. I get it, defense attorneys. I get it, Bryan Kohberger. You want to peek in their file and you think you deserve the discovery. Normally, that's not so unusual, but you don't get everything in an investigation. In a discovery, you don't get everything. You don't get every single police officer's notations in every book that they might have done an interview, right? You don't get everything. And the prosecutors are saying, that's right. Our DNA technique that we used, genealogy, the good old 23andMe stuff, we didn't use it for any court stuff. We didn't use it for warrants. We didn't use it for anything where you deserve to see that work product. What we did was we figured out who his family was, and then we went and did good gumshoe policing. We collected their trash, and then we did the old swab of his cheek. And the swab of Brian's cheek, the police say, matches that knife sheath at 1122 King Road. So what the prosecutors are saying is that you don't get to see every piece of work product. You don't get to see everything. And quite frankly, we don't think we need to share the genealogy with you, because it was just it was like the lie detector test. It just led us to more information that we could investigate. Defense saying, nope, we want it all. And the judge is now saying, yeah, you know what, I'm going to take a look at that. I think I'm going to go into chambers without all the cameras and everybody listening, and we're going to take a peek and see what they can and what they can't see. So to figure that out and how that works, Dave Ehrenberg is with me. He's the state attorney for Palm Beach County. Dave, it's so cool to see how confusing. I just call it, DNA, but it is cool to see how this familial DNA has woven its way into American jurisprudence and become complicated. Do you see this as complicated, or do you just see this as placating the defense and moving on?
Actually, it's been going on for a while, but law enforcement hasn't wanted the public to glimpse behind the curtain because, number one, they don't want the public, when they sign on to these genealogical websites, 23andMe, for example, to not click the box allowing your information to become public, because law enforcement has been using this stuff to catch serial killers, cold cases. And if the word gets out that your information, your DNA could be viewed by law enforcement, maybe people don't check that box, and then you can't crack these cases. One of the reasons why the prosecutors did not want the defense lawyers to see all this stuff is because they don't want the cousin, the third cousin, or whoever the relative is of Bryan Kohberger to be harassed. And they don't want that person to be some red herring at trial. Aha, this is the real killer. He's got the DNA. And besides, what privacy interest, Ashley, does Bryan Kohberger have in the DNA of his second or third cousin? None.
So is this one of those things? There's a fancy expression in the law. I always love it. It's called fruit of the poisonous tree, meaning if you do something that isn't quite right and it leads to really good information in the case that could nail you to the cross, you all of a sudden can't use that because it was born from that poisonous tree. Is this one of those circumstances where the familial genealogy that led them to Pennsylvania, that led them to Bryan Kohberger's dad's house, that led them to believe we got a family member and someone in this family member must have a white Elantra and, fit the bill, and there was Bryan Kohberger? Is it possible at all that all of this could be thrown out because of the poisonous tree? I don't think it's poisonous, but is it?
Actually, that's what the defense is hoping. That is like their only chance here, I think, because once they had the DNA swab of Kohberger's cheek, it was a match. And how did they get to that swab? Well, you laid it out correctly. They had to first get the DNA from the sheath of the knife. Then they ran it through the databases, and there was no criminal in their database on file that matched. So what they did was they took it to the genealogical database, and they found a relative, and they compared the relatives who owned a white Hyundai Elantra, and that's how they found Kohberger, and that's how they got the swab of his cheek. So if you could suppress the initial genealogical DNA, the thinking is everything else goes away as well. It's fruit of the poisonous tree. I think it's very unlikely this will work, but it's all they got.
So I just want to remind everybody that this is exactly what we're talking about. It's the K-bar knife. This is not the knife, obviously. I don't have the piece of evidence here in the studio, but this is the piece of evidence that we're talking about, and it's this little snap right here, right there, that snap. The DNA that they discovered was in this little snap. Maybe you can see it better against my white shirt. This little snap right here. The DNA was somewhere in this little snap. And so that was a minuscule sample, and they did the genealogical tree, and then they found the Kohberger family and went to Pennsylvania and got the garbage and had a hit, and then got Kohberger and swabbed his cheek. So it's super interesting. You know, Dave Ehrenberg, let's meet back up when they finally decide what's going to happen with this, because I'm like, it's, you know, we're flying the plane as we're fixing it kind of thing with this genealogy. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Before she yells at us, thank you for watching. No, it was Banfield. The audio did go out for a minute. It was when she said genealogy. I caught it too. The first time I watched it. I don't think it did that on the TV though. Maybe, I don't know if I watched this. No, I watched this part because that's when I had the tie. But no, when she like put her head down, her mic or something went out for a second. Like she just happened to put her head down, and when she said genealogy, and then when she came back up and said like DNA or something afterwards, then it like, or she said genealogy, or I forget what she said. She missed one of her words. It wasn't picked up by the audio. So yeah. Let's see. So what do you guys think about them, you know, getting they're going to get the IgG information. I think that it's a good idea. Just give it to them. Give them everything they want. We need a smooth trial. We don't need another Delphi. That's too insane for me right now. And we have that until next October. So, and we have this case till next October as well. So everyone needs to keep their attorneys in this one. Keep your attorneys, all that stuff, you know. So the FBI did return to Moscow. They returned on the 31st. They went in, they started taking plywood down, and very eerie seeing that house again. I don't know if you guys thought that, but I thought that when I saw it. So I figured I'll read an article. We'll go through like a News Nation thing. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to Brian Enton's tweets from yesterday and today, because he's been outside. So he's taken a lot of video and he's done a lot of like tweeting over there. And if you guys aren't following me over on Twitter, make sure you are, because I always have updates. Speaking of which, hold on one second, guys. I think I have. You guys just reminded me. Okay. I will have an update on Chelsea Grimm tomorrow. I have to go through it, but SF wrote me back and he said he's doing his final report on it. So, yeah, we'll talk about that one tomorrow. Because you guys remind me that when I said Twitter, I was like, oh wait, I need to get back onto Twitter. Because I asked him earlier. I'm invested. I'm still invested. I'm always going to be invested. But and we might have a break in the Madalena Kojikari case, but everyone pray that we don't have this kind of a break, because that's another case that we're covering, and that one hurts my heart really, really bad. And she's a missing girl out of North Carolina, and it'll be a year in November this month. So we'll be having an update on her as well. So this one, so this article is from the Idaho Statesman. If you are subscribed to Idaho Statesman, or they ask you to, don't. I've been paying for it for a year now. I think I've read 3 articles in the Idaho Statesman, and I pay every month. I don't know how to get my name off or get my name out of there. I have to call them because you can't just like go to their website and do it. Their website won't, like, you go to click it and it pretends like it's working and it doesn't. They don't want you to unsubscribe. So this is from the other day. This picture is. You can see like the porta potty set up and everything. They moved the couch, it looks like. So it says a survey team takes measurements and images, including with drones overhead of the off-campus King Road home where 4 University of Idaho students were killed in November 2022. The University of Idaho, which now owns the property, provided new access to prosecutors in the Bryan Kohberger capital murder case and the FBI to build visual and audio exhibits and a physical model of the home on October 31st, 2023 in Moscow, Idaho. So basically, the FBI is going in. The state and the state of Idaho, they already have their 3D imagery. We've already had that for months. They have their own scans, their own audio, visual, whatever it is. This is just like extra. This is the FBI going in with their own like technology, and it's going to be on a grand scan. I mean, I want to see it. I want to see it. We better see that during the trial. I want to see what they do. That would be extremely interesting. Extremely interesting. And I think it's like, I don't know. I just have a feeling this is all timed. Like, just like the defense has been timing their stuff, I feel like this is timed as well. So I think it is. And it's very sad. And I just can't get over it. I mean, I just think that they need to do something with that house. And to me, the only thing I don't get is they took some of the walls out, some of the floorboards out of that house for evidence. They put it in the documents. So if they took out like walls or like, the baseboards around the walls, you're not going to have the same audio than when all the furniture was in there and they had the house put together inside. The house on the inside, I don't even want to know what it looks like on the inside because they probably tore everything and took everything out. But we'll read through this. Yeah, they were taking out everything. They had to. I think they had to, especially probably in Xana's room, to get to that one area where it was going through the wall. They needed to collect that stuff. So it says, with the trial of a man charged with murdering 4 University of Idaho students on hold, the FBI said it now has time to create a unique form of evidence that prosecutors can present to a future jury. The University of Idaho said the FBI and prosecutors were returning to the home on King Road in Moscow, where the students were stabbed to death, to get documentation to construct visual and audio exhibits and a physical model of the home. Agents will be at the home Tuesday and Wednesday to gather their own measurements and images now that the personal property has been removed from the premises, according to news released from the university. Gotcha. They needed the furniture out so they could properly do measurements like of the flooring and stuff like that. I understand that. Okay. The anticipated October trial of suspect Bryan Kohberger was delayed in August after he waived his right to a speedy trial, and he made me cry. The court has yet to set a new date. Kohberger, 28, a Pennsylvania native who was studying criminal justice and criminology at Washington State University, was arrested in December and faces 4 counts of first-degree murder and felony burglary. The FBI said these types of displays take months to build, and law enforcement had not thought creating them would be possible by the October deadline, according to the University of Idaho. The FBI told the U of I it now has the time to construct them. Oh, look, the door. Yeah, the door's open. Oh, look, it looks like they have like floor plans on the inside. Wish I could. I don't know if I could zoom in on that picture or not. I can, but it's not probably going to show me nothing. Oh, let's see. My fingers don't like to work. I think it's like, oh, there we go. I don't know why my fingers don't like to work, but that's as far as I can go. They have the windows open in Xana's bedroom now. They didn't have those open before. And there's one on this wall too. Like if you see, if you're looking towards the house, like 1122, If you look to the right of it, you'll see a piece of paper like on the wall. It must be the floor plan of some sort. I mean, that's what it looks like. I mean, but yeah. Wow. Okay. The November 13 attack took the lives of seniors Madison Mogan, 21, of Coeur d'Alene, and Kaylee Gonzalez, 21, of Rantham, junior Xana Kernodle, 20, of Post Falls, and freshman Ethan Chapin, 20, of Mount Vernon, Washington. Earlier this year, the previous homeowner donated the 6-bedroom house that the students rented on the U of I. The university initially planned to demolish the remainder of the students' death remainder of the student's death in August before the start of fall semester. Sometimes these don't read right. This is healing step and removes the physical structure where the student, this isn't wanting to work. This is a healing step and removes the physical structure where the crime that shook our community was committed. Jody Walker, U of I spokesperson, told the Idaho Statesman by email. Demolition also removes efforts to further sensationalize the crime scene. 3 of the families questioned destroying it and any possible remaining evidence with it, ahead of Kohberger's then October trial date, the Statesman previously reported. Now we got to remember too, 3 out of the 4 family member, or 3 out of the 4 families are all represented by Shannon Gray. So they're probably all, in agreement that they don't want the house torn down. I'm thinking Chapins probably want the house torn down because their kids are looking at it every day. Their son has to look outside out his bedroom window at the house every day. That's what I'm just assuming. That is a beautiful picture of Xana right there. I mean, they're all beautiful, but I don't know if I've seen that. Is it? Must just be a different way, like they posted it or something, but she looks so pretty. The U of I said Tuesday that the home will still be demolished, but it won't happen this semester. Walker said no date has been set, but the school plans to give the public 2 weeks notice before it's torn down. Now, do you think that they should give a notice like that, 2-week notice, so everyone can go there and film their TikToks and I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's what they were doing before. The Statesman previously reported that it was costing the school $600 per day to employ a third-party security company to watch over the property. The Latah County Prosecutor's Office informed the surviving roommates, victims, families, and Kohberger's defense team of the new plans with the house, according to U of I. Okie dokie. Yeah, look at them. Oh, adorable. Adorable. They had their whole life ahead of them, They had so much stuff to look forward to. So many things to look forward to. So sad. They were all, yeah. It's so sad. I like the one doodlebug where she's turning, like she's spinning and like it's outside. I don't know if I can, I should find it. Let me see if I can. It's like the one where she's I think she's in a dress. Well, of course it didn't come up, but picture of her in the dress did. Okay. I'll have to find that picture to show you guys. But I did find some really good pictures of her today. And I'm not sure how to get them to her family, but I think they would like to see them. I found them on an app, and I don't think that they know about them. So I need to figure that out. Maybe I could send them to the Gonzalez's or something. And then they can send them over to Jeff Kernodle. I don't know. It's very important to remember them. Yes. Very, very important. Yeah, $600 a day, Cheryl. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot of money. I mean, how long has he been sitting there? He's been sitting there for a minute. I would be like, you have to do it. Like, she does look free and happy. She does. I like that. That's what I like about her too. I like the picture. And then there's a couple more that I saw today. And there's one I saw, and I have to show you guys because I think it's Xana, but I don't know if it is. So I wanted to show you guys because I'm like, it looks so much like her, but I couldn't zoom in anymore. So I'll show it to you guys here shortly. But we'll go over and we'll listen to this next. It's just Bryan or Brian Etten with News Nation. He's going to talk about the house being demolished and prosecution returning to the King Road residence and what's going to happen over there. And then I think tonight he's coming on at 10 to do like another report. So
Brian, we were just so incredibly close multiple times to that house coming down. I thought it was a misprint when I read what I read this morning.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you said it, Ashley. The family trusted their guts. They have been fighting and fighting and fighting for this house not to be torn down. And all the experts on the case there in Idaho were telling them they were crazy. The prosecution signed off on the demolition. The defense signed off on the demolition. The University of Idaho has sure been in a hurry to tear that house down. Well, guess what? The house didn't get taken down right away, and there they were, back there today. You had the new video. We had exclusive video. It wasn't just a couple of FBI agents, Ashley, going in and out. It was an entire team. For whatever reason, they decided they needed to remap out the house to build this model that they planned to build. They had all sorts of specialized equipment out there today, 3D imaging machines. They had a drone up over the house. None of this would have been possible if the original plans had gone through. And you said it, it wasn't just one plan. It was over and over again that the university and the prosecution wanted to tear the house down. And thank goodness that the family, the Gonzalez family particularly, kept fighting, because obviously police found value in going back in the house today.
So Gigi, jump in on what Brian just said. Obviously, they saw value in going back in. I don't understand how 12 months later they can just now be seeing the value of going back in to take these measurements. The house has not changed. Everything is exactly the same. And there was meticulous investigation that went on for months.
Yeah, they did some measurements in that initial investigation, but the difference is that everything was still in the house. So what the FBI did, thank goodness they didn't tear it down. You can't put toothpaste back in a tube. Once it's down, it's down. But the house is empty at this point, and now you have this trial delayed indefinitely. These models take months to put together, to get all the data analyzed. So the FBI thought it's a good time, with the trial being delayed, to go in there and do our Faro scanning and get their own measurements separate from the initial investigation with the house being empty.
So, Brian, when I was reading the statement from Steve Gonzalez and Xana Kernodle's family, they released a joint statement together. And I will tell you this, that I texted back and forth with Ethan Chapin's mom and said, do you have any thoughts about this? And she said, no, I don't. And she's been very much like that since the beginning. This is extraordinarily painful for everyone involved, and everybody reacts differently. But that was the reaction from Stacy Chapin, that she did not have the same reaction that these other family members did. Brian, when Steve said, Steve has taken the lead, but this is Steve and also the Kernodle family. It is our understanding that the King Road residence will not be demolished until after the trial has concluded. Do they have information that we don't have? Is this now fait accompli? It is staying up, and it could take years to get that trial, to finish up.
Well, it seems like what they have been told, Ashley, is different from what the university is putting out publicly today, because when they made the announcement today that the FBI and police were going to be going back into the house, they said in black and white, the university still intends to demolish the house, not this semester, though. So, I mean, look, it's no surprise. They've said all along they want to demolish the house. They want this house down. I mean, I don't know if it's a PR thing. I get that it's very, very sad to have right there next to the campus, but they're not giving up on that. They're still not saying officially to us that they're going to keep the house standing through the trial. Perhaps Steve has some different information.
Yeah, that stood out to me. Gigi, listen, the university, we don't know their motives, right? Like, let's be honest, there are a lot of students at the University of Idaho that are probably affected in some kind of PTSD from what happened there, and they're reminded of it on a regular basis. It is an eyesore. It is a horrifying memory. It is a traumatizing thing. It is a trigger for a lot of people. So I get it. If the University of Idaho wants that gone and wants a beautiful park to remain, I could list off the top of my head dozens of crime scenes where that has happened. Beautiful parks and memorials have been erected in the place where horrors have transpired. So I don't besmirch the university unless it's just for PR, which I don't know. It may not be. But what is the rest of the community there saying, Gigi? Like students and residents of Moscow, like how are they weighing in on this?
Yeah, kind of what you just said. It's very traumatizing to see that house because there are students that live in very close proximity within eyeshot of that house. They see it multiple times a day and then they know what happened there. So the general consensus is everybody's ready for it to come down. But I think everybody also could understand that it comes down when the time's right. And maybe that is after trial, as we see here. They're doing work. We want a conviction that sticks. If a jury finds him guilty, let's get everything we can before we tear the house down and then, make plans to make it something nice of remembrance. But right now, it's still a crime scene. It's still evidence. And we're seeing that today and tomorrow with the FBI in there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, justice for those 4 innocent kids should be paramount to all of our feelings. I mean, I really do believe that the families and their memory really deserve the best shot at litigation and prosecution and defense that can be offered in this case. And when it comes to that, I mean it. The defense deserves to have that place, and the prosecutors deserve to have that place. I was astounded when they agreed to, to demolish it together. Hey, Gigi and Bryan, thank you both. Really appreciate it.
Okay, I was trying to make sure that I didn't yell at us because she yells sometimes at Banfield at the end. Let me close out just a few of these tabs so that way the internet is good, which it's fine, but I don't even know why I said that. I'm hardwired into this bad boy. We're good. We're not going anywhere. And if I had to, I have a generator in the other room. If the electric went out for like 30 minutes or something, we'd be good. Okay. So yesterday, Jan wrote me and she said, she texted me, she's like, check out News Daddy's Twitter. They're going back to the King Road house. And I was like, what? So I was walking the dogs and I come running in and I saw this and I was like, what is going on there? So let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you guys. I hate that this is like so small, but actually I'm going to play the video so you'll be able to see it in full screen here in just a moment. But it says plywood just removed from doors and windows of the house where 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. FBI going back in to construct a physical model of the inside. And I'll just leave the volume down because I don't think it'll say anything. Actually, we'll leave it. We'll see if anyone yells anything. They have all the windows like wide open. The university just went by, it looked like. Is that one of the university cars? Yeah. Vandal security just went by. They're being nosy too. Look at them. Everybody's being nosy. Everyone was wanting to know what's going on. I think this takes me all the way back if I hit it. It does. Let's go here. Okay. Every time I do that, it takes me all the way to the back. So it says, yes, this is somewhat unexpected, especially considering prosecutors agreed to have the house demolished. And it likely would have been torn down already had victims' family members not fought it. I'm told family members got a heads up. FBI would be back today. And then he had some stuff up here. So it says up here, it says the FBI will be back today at the house where the 4 University of Idaho students were killed. Yesterday, we saw agents remove all the plywood and go inside with specialized imaging equipment. They also flew a drone outside the Moscow, Idaho house, which they already had a drone there before. Maybe we'll turn this up a little bit because it's a minute and 10 minutes or a minute and 10 seconds long. I thought maybe we'd say something. But they brought all the furniture out to the side so they could probably get better measurements in the back. It's eerie. Doesn't it look smaller? Like the parking lot looks smaller? I don't know. Maybe it's this angle. It looks smaller. Oh, there's those little things that we were seeing. Wonder what that means. Oh, it's probably to scan the survey equipment, maybe. I don't know. Or the drone. I don't know. Does anybody do surveying? Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks, Mary Beth. I'm glad I'm your safe spot, guys.
Hey, question for you.
Now I need a surveyor. I need a surveyor in here. Is that what it's for? Okay. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, because they had like when they had the door like open, you could see one in the door, and then you could see one off the side of the building too. Yeah, Cheryl, she's in the Cromwell world now. she's entered a different realm than what we're in. And it's been crazy. I don't know if you guys does anyone in here, because like I feel like we're a smaller group. I don't know, we're over here and we're just in our own little circle and we're in our own little like tight, nice little safe bubble. But do you guys watch a lot of other creators? And you guys can tell me if you do. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I watch everybody. I will watch anybody. Well, one night, okay, so before Kara Kernodle had her interview, and I don't know if you guys all saw the interview that Kara came out and did. She did one on News Nation back in December, where Banfield kind of asked her questions about the house and about Xana and things of that nature. And they just talked and, had an interview. Well, I saw a post on another creator that was going on the person that was interviewing Kara. And I said, and with my big old mouth, because I usually keep everything in, I keep it all in here. And I said something along the lines of, and this was not, let me make this clear. This was not a personal attack on Kara, because I like her. I think she's a nice person. I can hear in her voice, she's very hurt. She's hurting. At the same time, I feel like Kara could do her daughters a lot of good if she were to take care of what she needs to take care of and then come out and talk. So since I voiced my opinion, I got bashed in this comment section. I mean, I was trashed. You would say something different if this was the Gonzalez family. Oh, but if this was you interviewing, it would be a different story. And I'm like, I have told y'all I am not Diane Sawyer. I do not do interviews. Have you ever seen me interview anybody? I don't do what? I am not Diane Sawyer. So I was like, that's not the case. The case is I'm trying to, I'm just trying to like do better, do better. The ads in that video were unbelievable. I don't have ads because I have YouTube Premium, but Vincent wanted to watch the shit show too. So, and that's what it was. So he made one, or he was watching it, and he was like, there's an ad after ad after ad. They definitely was throwing the ads out there. So with that being said, they called me a liar, and they said that Kara Kernodle, they said she doesn't have a warrant. And then when she came up on the show, they proceeded to ask her about it with 1,000 people in the chat. I've had warrant before. I've had a warrant. I've had a bench warrant before. And to get your name off the warrant list, you have to either be arrested or you have to turn yourself in. So I called because, let me put me full screen. So I called Nez Perce County Jail because that's where she's wanted out of. And I called the jail because I actually called because this creator said that she called and she talked to somebody at Nez Perce jail. You can go back and you can listen to that live about a minute or about an hour and 30 in. And she says, they told me she didn't have a warrant. Well, I called the jail because that's what I do. I call people. I don't know. I just call. So I called and the lady told me, hold on. Let's see if you can hear it. Let me see if I can pause it. Okay. So I called the Nez Perce County Jail, and I'll play the tape for you if you want me to. I have it on video, or I have it on recording, because they're a one party state, so only one party has to be aware that you're recording. So I can record legally Vincent's good at knowing that. So I'm going to show you guys how I found it because I don't want to be labeled as a liar. And I don't want JLR to be labeled as a liar because the kid already gets a lot of shit. You know what I mean? He does. Let's all be real. And I'm not taking up for him or nothing, but I'm just saying when you got to take up, when something's wrong, something's wrong. And we're going to get to that picture that Dylan posted at 11 o'clock that she didn't post. We're going to get to that one next because I got 2 things to show you, and that's all I'm gonna rage about tonight. Just because I'm so sick of the misinformation out there. I really am, guys. And then to bring somebody up on your panel and ask them if they have a warrant in front of 1,000 people, that's in bad taste. That's in bad taste. I don't care who you are. Where is it at? Okay, so there we go. Okay, so this is the website. Let me actually go back because I'm on the warrant site. So I want to show you exactly where I got it. I'm going to go. Okay, I got to go back one. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so when you go to the Nez Perce County Sheriff's Office or the Nez Perce County website, it'll show you here. So you can go to the in custody list, and that's people that are right now in jail on the roster. Or you can go to this little side panel right here. And you want to go to most wanted and warrants. And this is what she told me to do on the phone as well. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. She's hard to hear, but you should be able to hear it if I put up to the microphone. It should be fine.
Hang up and dial 911. Please listen carefully as the extensions have changed. For 24-hour law enforcement dispatch, non-emergency incidents, warrant confirmation, or to report an incident, press 1.
Hi, I was wondering if you were able to give me any warrant information over the phone for like an active warrant.
I am not, but you can go onto the Nez Perce County Sheriff's Department wanted site, and it will have the listing warrant.
Okay, great, thank you. So all of the people that are listed on that'll be an active warrant. She said, well, it'll tell you. Like, So she said, you have to go to the website to access anybody on the list. Because I was like, can't ask you, She said, because I asked her, I said, do you have an active warrant list that I could ask you? She's like, no, don't give that information over the phone. Right here, it says the Nez Perce County Sheriff's Office does not give warrant information to the general public. So unless she got a badge, I don't know. But we're going to go to most wanted and warrants, and we're going to go to bench warrants of arrest. And that's going to pull up a whole list of people in alphabetical order that the Nez Perce County Sheriff's Office are wanted persons. Alphabetical list of wanted persons. So we got to go all the way down to the K's because she's using Kernodle. Kernodle's last name. So right here, Kara Kernodle. I'm sorry, I highlighted too, but you know what I mean. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you that page. Sorry, thought I switched the page. Share this tab. Okay, let me go back up to the top. I thought I showed you the top. I want to show you everything because, okay, actually, I'm going to exit out of this because I want to show you how I got there. Well, actually, I don't know if, I think it will just, let me see if it'll take us both there when I do this. Oh, no, I just have to go. It looks like let me see. Bench warrants of arrest. Oh, okay. I just have to share this tab. So, Nez Perce County Jail, alphabetical list of wanted persons. And please go to this website and look, and just maybe I'm nuts. Oh yeah, let me show you where it was updated. It was updated 11/1/23. So that's today. The first time we looked at it, it was updated on the 18th, and this time it was updated on the 1st. So I just don't like to be called a liar. Unless there are 2 Cara Denise Kernodles out there in Idaho, then she has one. Yeah. That's what JLR done found it. Yeah. Jan, I know. Yeah. We all know over here. That's why I don't have to ever bring stuff to you guys, because like I really don't. It's a really good feeling when I don't have to do. Like I have to like go like, this has come out now. Because a lot of like through Idaho, this Idaho case, I mean, we've heard secret codes of the grub truck. We've heard of underground tunnels, leading to the house. We've heard of Linda Lane footage, hearing screams from the King Road residents all the way down through 2 apartment buildings that I couldn't even capture. We've heard all of this stuff, and it's just like, oh my Lord. But I'm glad I don't have to say too much. But this was something that really bothered me. So that wasn't even what bothered me. This is what actually bothered me. So I'm going to go to this. I'm not using her video because I wouldn't do that. But I am going to use a picture that I took of my computer that shows you what was on the screen of my computer. So this is what she was showing people. Let me find the actual. Okay. So she showed this one first. And she put this in the Wayback Machine. And the Wayback Machine is basically a site that you can go on. And if somebody has like deleted something off the internet, the Wayback Machine has a way of keeping all of that stuff, like just any kind of website data, and it'll keep it all for you. I don't use it, but this is how it works. So this person in this photo is Dylan and Josie at an hour and 36 in. She says she doesn't know who this girl is on the left. She's like, but that's Dylan. And they're talking and they're like, yeah, we think Dylan was awake. Yeah, Dylan was awake. Yeah, Dylan was awake the whole time. They're saying this to a grieving mother. I'm sorry, but I'm not even going to discuss what they were saying in that interview because it was all disgusting. It was just disgusting. So she showed that picture, and then she showed this picture. When she showed this picture, this is Josie and Dylan. It's blurry, I'm sorry. But she said that Dylan posted this picture to VSCO, which is a social app like Instagram. I downloaded it today. I got really familiar with it. She said that she downloaded this, and if you look at the timestamp, which will be right here, it's hard to see, but it says 1:07 p.m. How VSCO or VSCO or VSCO, I don't know what it's called, how it works is it will go off of their time that they posted it. So since Idaho is 3 hours away from me, it would have really been posted 3 hours before this time. So it would have been around like 10, I think. Yeah. So around 11 in the morning, right? So that was the point she was making. She was like, Dylan posted this picture at 11 a.m. before she called the cops. That means she knew what happened. That means she was awake and she could have done something. And oh my God, Kara, can you believe this? And then you have the other creator that's on panel going, I didn't know about this picture. Oh my God. Yeah, Kara, what do you think about this? Disgusting. There's no other word for it. There's no other word for it. So what I'm trying to break it down, I'm gonna break it down to you guys really, really quick. Josie posted this picture, not Dylan. Let's get that real queer. Let's get that real queer right now. Real clear. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to me. Let's go to me. So me. You have gallery, and then you have one in the middle. It's called, let me see, what is that one called? Journal, but I don't have anything in my journal yet. And then you have collection. Your collection are pictures, because that's what she was showing. She was showing Dylan's collection. A collection is pictures that you have taken off of someone else's VSCO and you added it to yours, like a retweet. But it doesn't post the time. So the time will still be whenever that original person posted it. So like today, my gallery. There's me. I posted this at 7:05 p.m. That's me. This other collection is this person. I don't know who this is. I just grabbed it from this person right here. You can go in any of these pictures on your phone. It's a lot easier to do. I don't really know how to do it on the digital app, but let me show you on my phone. If I can show you, because it's kind of easier to show you on the phone. Okay, so if you go to any picture on the VSCO app, let me see if I can get this to focus in. It might not. Well, damn it. Might be because the screen's so bright. I don't know. But I'm going to explain it to you again because it is kind of confusing. Okay, let me explain it this way because it is kind of confusing. So if we were to go to Maddie, this is going to be Maddie's page. At Maddie May. And you go to this picture, you see Maddie Mogan right there. You go, well, is that all mine too? I don't want to show you hers yet. So you go to, where was that? Oh, right here. Sorry, I have to go back because I was in that, guys. You go to my picture, see? TitaniumBuilt, November 1st, 7:05 p.m. You go Maddie Mogan, February 19th, 2020. Maddie and Kaylee had not used their VSCO account since 2020. Dylan, I couldn't find hers on VSCO at all. Although Crime Sleuth had said, paste this in there, paste it in there, and you can go straight to the page. No, ma'am. I tried that like 50 different ways, and so did Vincent. But we did find it. Vincent actually found it. I was like, how did you do that? In the Wayback Machine. But there isn't any of those pictures because it's Josie. So I'm going to show you how I found it. There's Josie. So if you go to the picture that she was showing, I'm going to share it again. See the picture up there in the corner? Right here's the picture. There's the name of the person that posted the picture. She's saying that Dylan tagged this person. You can't do that. Doesn't work. That you don't tag people on VSCO. It's the person that put the photo on there. So that this girl Josie put it on there November 13th at 11 a.m. Probably when she woke up out of a drunken slumber from the night before. She's probably like, oh shit, I got to put my pictures on there. So I went to Josie's page and I actually, I requested to follow her on Instagram so I can ask her too. And you have to go down because there were some pictures, but I found the picture that we're looking for. So this is the first picture. All right, that's not it. That's Xana. Sorry. The first picture is right here that she said she didn't know who the girl was that was hugging Dylan. And I said, well, I do. This one here, that's Crime Sleuthin's live. This is Josie Lault. And this is her account. So that's why her name is here. You don't tag yourself in pictures. This is her account. Then you go down here, or did I pass it? I might have passed it because I was going so fast. Right here's the picture that Crime Sleuthin was showing. Josie Lault. Look at the time. My time and Crime Sleuthin's 1 hour off. She's like Central, I'm Eastern. This is the picture she was showing. But this picture is on Josie's account. Now, I'm not saying that Dylan, I believe Dylan probably added it to her collection sometime in the future, but not on November 13th at 11 a.m. That's when this was originally posted. So if you go to Dylan's page, this is Dylan's. There's none of those pictures are in there. There's this one in that dress, this one, but there's not that same pose. But I did find some interesting photos on Josie's page. Oh yeah, I couldn't load anymore because I think that it's just because they took her. She took her site off. Like Dylan took her site down. I believe Bethany still has hers, maybe, but Dylan doesn't have hers. But there's a lot of really good pictures on Dylan's, and I hope that Xana's mom's able to get these pictures, not the ones that Crime Sleuthin and them were going through. Yeah, I said her name. Because those pictures, everybody's seen those pictures. Everyone's has those pictures. Like, get her some pictures. Like, look at this one. I've never seen this picture before. And I can't go up. But it says, I love you so much, Xan. This was posted November 17th at 10:40 a.m. She's probably thinking of her friends. I miss and love you so much, Maddie. That's the picture of her. Yeah, a picture of her and Maddie. Here, I can exit. There we go. That's better. And then this is the first one. I love you more than anything, Kaylee. So she posted about her as well. So this is just like really slow. Sorry. But so she was posting about her friends after their deaths. But nobody showed those posts. Nobody showed Dylan like that, you know? Well, look at there. We got that. No, you're the mean girl. I'm not even doing that. I didn't even mean to mention your name, but it came out of my mouth. And I'm not trying to be mean, but if you want to come up here and show me how you saw that, I would love, that would be cool because I've been trying to find it all day. But this is the only person that's posted this picture was Josie. Her name's Josie, this girl. She posted it with this girl. And this isn't the first live that you've came in and disrupted this week. Not in my lives. Bye. I knew she'd be in. I was hoping she'd come in and come up here and show me how she found the picture. That's what would have been nice. I don't reach out to people. I tried to reach out to her twice after her dad passed away because I felt bad. And she just didn't want to talk because she was feeling some type of way because there was some creators on the platform that didn't want to take her information because it was misinformation. It was. And I didn't even have to remember that. I forgot about it, actually. Vincent, he remembered. So this is where the picture originated from. Josie. And I asked her on Instagram. I reached out to Josie because I reached out to the original content creator, Josie, to ask her, did you post this picture, Josie? Or did Dylan have your account information and she somehow posted it onto your account? And I'm waiting to hear back. Thank you for the super sticker, Aussie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I'll bring up some emails. Hold on a second here. Let's see. Okay. Let me see where else we were at. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys a couple more pictures because I found these one here and I thought these were really interesting. I thought they were really, really cool, actually. Let me see. We'll go down and then we'll come back up because I think, and so if we miss any, we'll come back up and look at them because there's a lot of them of them at the house and she's with all four of the students that were, the victims. This is the one I was looking for. Tell me now, I don't know. Is that Xana in the middle? And they're on a roof. They're on a roof. So kids do that. They all were on the roof. They've been on there. We saw them on the roof. Police body cam footage when they went up to the guy's apartment. I think they were there for a noise complaint or something like that. Drinking or I don't remember exactly. But one of the guys was on the roof, just like chilling up there, hanging out. So I guess that's the thing that they do in Idaho or maybe just college campuses in general. I didn't do that whenever I was there in college. Teach me to take a break again. So, do you guys think that's Xana? I think that's Xana. I wish I could zoom in. I don't think you can zoom in on like this app though. Because my zoom in skills are not very good. But yeah, it won't let me for some reason. But it looks like her. I was wondering if you guys would know. But I think that's a good picture or whatever it is. But I wanted to show you guys that. I think that was all of them from down here. Because I think this is from before she went to college. I think they start like around, like right where that picture was taken. because I saw one where a couple of them, she was in the house. Let me look through them here again. Okay, let me see here. Let me grab my drink really quick. Well, there's Ethan right there. And Xana. Oh, just having fun in college. I know there's another one. I think that's a good picture. Look at all that snow. Put a jacket on. Oh my good lordy. Of course I would say that now that I'm older. But when I was like their age, I never had jackets on. Jealousy and ugliness? No. Jealous? Do you? Making sure all this stuff's real. And I'm not just like, this isn't a green screen, is it? No, nope, no, none of that over here, honey. We don't like that. We don't do that over here. We are just we're just putting out some truthful content because we saw some stuff that was untrue and we've been called a liar, and we're just making sure that everybody can see where our thought process was and how I got to my answer. As a content creator and as a person and as an American, I'm allowed to do that. That's the one good thing about the USA. There was a couple more I wanted to show you guys. I thought there's another one with Ethan. Don't know where they're standing at, but oh look, there's one right on the roof again, and there's the King Road residence right behind them. So that's probably why that ladder was beside the house, is what I'm going to think. I'm going to assume they were probably getting onto that second part of the roof, or that lower part of the second story. That looks like the house right there. Oh, that's a good picture of Xana. Okay, I think that was all of them. There wasn't like a whole lot. Nothing like groundbreaking or anything. I just wanted to show you them because I thought they were nice pictures. And, I just want to show them to you guys and show you guys that they're like, they like to go on the roofs. It's very strange. Okay. It's hard to see the chat when I'm over here, like doing this. Thank you. Be happy for the $10 super sticker. That's so sweet. Thank you. With your sunglasses on. No. 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 No, none of that's going to the kids. Yeah. Oh, there's a good picture of Xana. Oh, and there's Maddie in the back. Oh, because it looks like they're wearing the same sweater. See, Josie. Let me go back to I'm trying to think of another person that would have VSCO. I don't know a lot of people that have, I don't know anybody that has this app actually. I did have Kaylee's up there, but I guess we took it down. So let me go back over here and go to search. Okay, so like I just typed in her name. And she hasn't used it for a long time, it looked like. Yeah, like that's 2019, 2020, Kaylee Gonzalez. Let's see. I think that was like, let me see what else I wanted to show you guys. And then like, there's me again. Go to me. I think that's all I wanted to show you guys though. Oh wait, actually, let's go over to this. See, like this person's name is with this person, this person, this person. See, she has her name with her. I don't know how to better explain it, but I think that's as good as I can explain it. Oh, do you like the Halloween Baking Championship, Tanya? Oh, I haven't been watching it. I didn't even know it was on. Oh, that sounds bad though. I would want to bake. I'm not a good baker, but I want to try to start cooking again. I want to learn how to cook again. That's so weird to say because like I haven't cooked for 10 years, literally 10 years. It's been 10 years. Oh my gosh. It's been 10 years. Oh, that's a long time. Since I've really cooked. I haven't really had to cook. Vincent cooks everything. Fortunately for me. The only thing so the only thing about this whole case that's like crazy to me though, that I think about is that step that goes down towards like the kitchen. I just don't know how that whoever did this, whoever it is, I don't know how they didn't trip over that step. Oh, there's another picture of the house. Look at this. This guy's coming out of Xander's room. It was right whenever I was like right here. And it looks like he's shutting the door behind him. Wonder if it was like a habit. Like shut the door behind you, you know? But it looks like they decorate for different, like they would decorate this little like corner for like different occasions because it's has like a different picture up in some of the photos I saw. Or maybe they just switched the photo. But I did see that they had like a different one, I thought, up at one point. I guess there's a lot of pictures of Xana in here. Huh. That's the only one. I just saw that like right whenever I flipped over. So, oh, and we've seen that picture before. So, very cute. That looks like the house beside them, like over on the like by 1122, but over one. It's facing the 1119. 80s kid said Paul Quiz is Bryan Kohberger 6 foot or 6'3". According to the internet, Google, it says that he's anywhere from 5'8" to 6 foot. I don't know how tall he is. I mean, on his license, I think they said it was 6 foot. So I don't know if he ever changed it, but that's the most. I don't. There's a lot of places that say he's 5'8", and I'm like, he is not 5'8". Like the more not reputable websites say that, and then the more ones that are like CNN, like those kind of like news stations that are like kind of bigger, they say 6 foot. But I think that he does look taller, but it could be maybe the broadness of his shoulders, the shape of his body. I don't know, but he's tall. He's definitely tall. People coming on left field. I know what happened there. Well, I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, man. Oh, man. I'm just going back up. Oh, I didn't know that part, Reba, about the Cash App. I didn't listen to all that. I couldn't stomach it. Wow. Well, I heard this is all just what I heard. Take it with a grain of salt, just what I heard. But I heard that Ms. Kernodle was expecting to be paid for that interview the day after she had it. She didn't realize that the money wasn't going to come until the 21st of next month because that's when we get paid on YouTube. but that I don't know for sure. So that's just a rumor. So, I mean, just literally that's me saying it because I heard it from another person on a video. But yeah, I feel like wish she would have came up and showed me how she found that picture. Because I looked all day. Who's our little? What's that mean? Is it, oh, like little for the sorority maybe? Okay, we'll just go back up and see if we see anything that's interesting. And then we'll talk for a minute. Actually, since I have you guys here, I have a few minutes. What if you guys want to, we could do, what we'll do is we'll do a members live. I'll, because I have like a link and everything like set up for us if we wanted to do a members live after our live tonight. And because I said we would do one. Let me see if I can, I can't get the link. Okay. I thought I had the link like handy, but I don't. So I'll have to jump off of this live and then just make the link and go right on. But what I'll do is if anyone wants to, go over to our members live, I'll make it for everybody too. So it won't just be like a tier 1, tier 2. It'll be all the like Titan emoji and everything. So that way we can get like a members live in as well. And just kind of talk about some of the other cases that are happening. We can talk about Chelsea Grimm to see what's going on over there because there's some stuff that's happening. But if you guys don't mind just hitting the like button, the subscribe button, the chill the fuck out button. Excuse my language, sorry. Oh, they all do Wizard. They all have prices. We all have a price. That's one thing I will. That's okay. So when I said that I wouldn't do interviews on my channel, and I didn't mean that per se. I would do interviews if it were to get a missing person home. Like if it was on a missing person to find somebody, I would do an interview. Maybe other things. I don't know. But I know that for one, I would do that. But I would not even Nancy herself. I will buy this cardboard cutout every day of the week before I give Nancy a dime to come on my channel. And that's just me. Other people can give people money and say, come on my channel and let's have fun. And, that's part of business, I guess. But, Oh, wait, no, I may not need to have my money, Willie. All dimes. I said all pennies. I forgot. Or no, I said $2 bills. $2 bills is what I said. Willie, oh man, me and Willie, we got off on the crazy foot. He was like, I bet you 10 grand Brian's innocent. And I was like, he's not. I used to go hard in the paint. I've been chill. Been pretty chill. But I try to be chill. I try to be, I'm really trying to be seeing both sides of everything. I'm really trying to do that. And I haven't had we haven't had any problems. We haven't had any. So our chat was a little wild tonight. That was the first time our chat has had any type of anything in it. Like I'm talking about anybody just coming in and saying something stupid at all. Like really, since I went on vacation in September. And I don't know how we've done it this long, but we have had no trolls or nothing in here. We were doing so good. We were doing so good. I couldn't believe, because when I was on vacation, we had all those lives. I had 7 days of lives planned out and they were all Idaho. And Vincent was like, Tanya, you're doing all premieres on Idaho. He's like, what if your chat's busy? I was like, it probably won't be busy. There was like 200 people in each chat. I was like, oh, it's busy. And everybody was cool as a cucumber. I was like, I like it. I just like that. Yeah, American Princess. It was fun. It's been fun. And, I don't have to reach out to people to do a show. I commented on something and somebody else commented back. That wasn't the person I was even talking to. And that's okay. Nana boop boop, doing things like that. Nah, 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 boop, boop. Oh, you already know they are. You already know. Hold on, I'll see if she's in here. I can check. Let me see. Debbie. Oh no, but I will tell you though. Y'all made it to the good side of YouTube. You really did. You really did. You really did. I've been checking out the streets lately, and I'm like, oh my Lord have mercy. Let's see. I love this game. You can check to see who's in your chat. Hello from Arkansas. I don't know if we have anybody from Arkansas. She said, I appreciate your approach, Willie. Yeah, Cheryl. Yeah, her computer broke, I heard. I heard that they found a new place to gather. But yeah, so okay, what we'll do is we'll get off this live, we'll go over to a members only live for like 20-30 minutes. We'll just hang out and talk for a minute. So I'll jump off here, and then I'm gonna make the stream, as the stream's already made. I just have to go into the stream, and then you guys will see it, like, you know. So I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go over there, and I will see you guys over for the members live. If you want to join our members live, I'll put the link for the channel membership in the chat. We'd love to have you. I thought we could do some of them at night because it's like a little bit nicer. This is just a late night. I wasn't trying to stay on too late, but I got on kind of late. So, but yeah, we'll talk about some channel stuff too. So I'm going to go over there, and I'll meet you guys over there, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. Bye guys. Thank you.